Hi guys, welcome back. I have most of my voice back this week, which because I took a couple days off and stuff. But in that time, I got a lot done, and I want to give you some updates on what I got done in the meantime. So if you are new here, I am Tara T. I do all kinds of crochet videos and content, including markets, market prep, my favorite patterns that I'm trying, and all kinds of stuff, and pattern reviews, literally anything crochet related. You can find it here on this channel. If you watched last week's video, you saw that I bought a whole bunch of new patterns. I'm working on a whole bunch more new creative things, okay? So I started making stitch markers, and I posted a bunch of those to my Etsy store. I still have a bunch more to post and take pictures of and all that kind of stuff, but I will have time this weekend. I also could not talk in the last video very well, but I can talk again, which is good. Okay, so I talked about this in the last video, but I started a character for my anime market coming up, and I decided to do Okuran from Dun Dun Dun. And it's like a new show. There's only one season. I'm hoping they renew it for a second, but I think that they actually just announced recently that they were going to do a second season, which I am thrilled about. It's really niche. It's really a weird show. But it's kind of fun to just pop in the background and stuff. And I've fallen in love with the two main characters. They're just so silly, quirky, cute. And so this is Okuran. He is the main character. So I have his body and then his head, which is absolutely massive. The body actually had more like rounds in it to like make all of the limbs longer, and I took a lot of those out because I just thought it was going to be too long in the end and like not as stable to like help hold the head up. So here we have him. I'm gonna sew on his head and stuff, but look at the eyes. I got the eyes done and I embroidered them and his little eyebrows. It's so cute. And of course, like I don't have a lot of experience like embroidering eyes or face details and stuff, besides a lot of loaf cats, I should say. So like whenever I did this, you have to like put a little bit of glue along like the edge right here and then kind of push the yarn down up against it so it stays flat the whole time. So I was like trying that for the first time, trying to make his face as even as possible. I still feel like it'll never really be perfect, but honestly, it's pretty cute. He also has glasses, and I was like, maybe I can find something to use for his glasses. I could not. I did find some floral wire though and made like a little template of what I want to make with them. But I'm gonna see if I can find anything on Amazon for that because I just want it to hold up and be a little bit more durable and stuff. So I'm going to look into that over the next couple days to see if I can order something, or maybe my dad could help me like make a quick little pair of glasses for him too, because they're just little circles and a little wire that comes out and then like into his head. So it's not very much. I also had a lot of problems actually reading the pattern. It is an acrylic, but I just feel like there were so many details that were just left up to like the viewer. Like there was details about the hair helmet and like how to do it that did not make sense. Like none of it made sense. I had to like guess based on the pictures kind of what to do. Again, there was a lot of body parts that were just like felt way too long for me. Again, it might work up perfectly on like acrylic yarn like it's meant to be, but I personally at my level I did not fully understand everything, so I just had to use my experience and kind of wing it. But I think it turned out pretty good, so I'm excited to have him. I think he's gonna be like 65 probably. He did take me about maybe an hour and a half for this whole body and the jacket that it comes with, and then probably 2 hours for the head. So maybe closer to 70 actually for the price tag. I think if somebody really falls in love with him and knows who he is, which I think a lot of people will, that he'll get sold. But again, it's a new market, a new show, and a new audience altogether, so I'm not sure. The other thing I started that I'm working on right now is actually in progress, and you probably can't really tell what it is much yet, but I'm working on the mini Groot by Jen's Crafty Creations. I made his little arms and I started on his little body. Honestly, this thing's working up so fast. I might make a few of these, and then you just like make the little leaves separately and you can sew them on at the end. I think I'm gonna sew them on to the pattern as I go though, like just crochet through them randomly towards the top of the head. But then it just takes black safety eyes too, so I don't even have to use my glittery sparkly eyes because it looks like Groot with the black eyes. So I'm excited for that, and I'm going to finish up Groot, work on him a little bit more, And then I think maybe this weekend I might try to do like a bunch of different colors of like Pokeballs. I think that would be super fun, honestly, and just entertaining, and a really quick like $5 item for like an anime market. If I could make a ton of them small enough, I think it would work out perfectly to just have a giant bin of like $5 Pokeballs. In other words, we have also, if you watched my 2024 recap video, we went through our first skein of the year, and it is the whole color of Burnett. It is just the black color that I used for Ocaron, and I will follow up and show you the mini Groot here in a minute whenever he's done. So I finished baby Groot. Oh, I put him on my shelf already. Hold up. Here he is. Isn't he so cute? This is mini Groot, and he has this one little leaf. It's so cute on there too. You can add more leaves too, or like change where you want them and like sew them on and stuff, but there's like a spot in the pattern where it suggests just like sewing it into the round, and so that's what I did here. I just did that real quick. But he's so cute. I want to make like a whole little army of them now, and he's just like the perfect size to like cuddle. He's like such a good little hugger, and it's adorable, and so now I want to make more of them. I thought about making like one in pink or something because I thought that would be kind of cute. Or like color changing to where it looks like he has like a little t-shirt on or something. I thought that would be really adorable, but I also don't want to make too many of them because I don't know if everybody can like recognize who he is super well. And again, I don't know what to make for this market though, so, but it was a really, really easy, really quick pattern. Quick considering like the size and everything, I should say. But this one was by Jen's Crafty Creations, and again, I really do love her patterns, and she has so many pictures and they're so cute, and I would go check her out. So I have that done, and then I decided that I'm going to start making some Pokeballs like I mentioned. I have a pattern pulled up by Busy Bee period activities on Instagram, and it's like a really small, it's a smaller but not super small pattern. I just wanted to try this one first. I want more of like a keychain sized one to use for like the little $5 bin and stuff like I was talking about, but this one's like the base round is like 24, so it's a little bit bigger. I mean, I think it'll fit like in my hands, I guess, if that makes sense. So I'm going to work on one of those really quickly and just see how that works up and if I like it or not. The 22nd of February, I do have another market that's just like a spring market, just a regular old market. So I need to like do some inventory on my regular items and make some of those. Like, I bought a bunch of the Parfait Chunky, like, fruits yarn to make snakes, and, like, the colorways on those would work up, like, really cool. So I'm really excited about that. And then I want to make more Ties the Turtles as well. I want to make sure that I finish all of my Loaf Cat whips and make some more mini cats because I made mostly big ones so far. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'm kind of missing wise, but I think I would have to sit down and again take full inventory again and see what all sold between the last few like shows that were kind of packed together. So I might do that sometime this weekend if I have time, but I'm gonna keep working on this Pokeball and see if we like it though. So I like to balance back and forth between like shows that I'm individually watching like by myself and then shows that I've ended up watching like with my boyfriend. And so like right now by myself, whenever I'm like crocheting and stuff and just hanging out, I've been watching this show called The Resident that I saw was added to Netflix, and I'm like a really big like medical TV show kind of person. I found out, like, I know it's just like a drama show, you know, it's just a regular old, not reality TV, but just a drama series. But I've watched all of Grey's Anatomy except for like the new season. I don't think I've watched any of that one yet, but I like to wait till one full season's done and then go binge watch a full season. So I haven't seen the new season of Grey's Anatomy yet, but my boyfriend really enjoys like the anime kind of shows, which has been really helpful for me, especially since we've now signed up for this anime market. I have a couple like animes under my belt that I've seen and like enjoyed, and I kind of know like some of the characters and I've like at least stepped into the world of anime a little bit. So like I know a little bit of every show kind of from all of the anime information like flooding my social media pages after watching like one or two shows and looking up some stuff about them. So I've been watching, I finished all of Attack on Titan. I at least know what One Piece is. I finished all of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I really enjoyed that one. And then we're watching Jujutsu Kaisen right now, and we're on like, I think we have like 8 episodes left of the 2nd season, and it's been so good. Like the climaxes, like the cliffhangers, the character development even. And I know it's only been 2 seasons, so like how much character development could there be? You would be surprised. It's actually been really good, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. And like now that I know that there's only like 8 episodes left until we're done, because like we don't even know if they're gonna get another season yet as of now, I'm like getting nervous. I'm like, maybe we should slow down, and now I don't know what to watch next. So if you enjoy any of like the animes, please drop down below what I should watch next, because I did Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood has been my favorite so far. Jujutsu Kaisen's like right up there next to it though. I can't decide which one I like better. I think I need to finish season 2 before I can give a full review on that. But I have thoroughly enjoyed both of those shows as of now. So I just need some more shows to watch with them, I think. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I can tell that this red is the old formula though, and I'm not a big fan. I am not a big fan. But I remember like when I first started, there was some pattern that I couldn't get out of my head that I was like, I need to use red for it. And I have no idea what the pattern is now, obviously. I was getting the like my yarn from Walmart at the time, and I was like, I just really want to make sure I get the yarn. Well, and then I felt it, and it was the rough yarn, and I was like, oh, it can't make that much of a difference. Bruh. The old formula of brunette is so unpleasant now that I know the difference. Like, yeah, this is a no-go, I think, for me. I mean, it gets the point across, right? It gets the point across, but like, oh, we have a Pokéball made. I mean, I'm gonna bring it, obviously, but at the same time, I think we can find a better pattern. Good morning, friends! Hi! As you saw last night, we ended up finishing a Pokéball. I did not like how this ended up turning out. Something about it just doesn't feel right to me. I didn't fall in love with this pattern. I'm thinking a smaller Pokéball might be better. So I've been on the lookout for that today. I also like took a break last night because my hands started to hurt. Because I did finish like all of Ocaron. I finished the mini Groot, and then I finished the Pokéball, and I was like, my hands need a little bit of a break. So I decided to start a coloring page last night. And if you know the world of like coloring and art and stuff, you've probably heard of like this artist, like the Coco Weo like books. This one's like my favorite one right now. It's like the pages in here are so stinking cute. I just love like the cute little scenes that are in here. I love this one. I can't wait to do this page. It's one of my favorites actually in here, but I'm also like trying to get inspiration from what other people have done. Like, these are just so cute. So I like to go in order when I do a coloring book, whether I want to do that page or not. I like to go in order, that way it's done from like front to back whenever I get done. It's just more satisfying for me in a way. So I have like my Ohuhu alcohol markers, and they're the brush tip ones with the fine points on the other side. So I've been using these, and I have like a big pack of them, and there's like another one of these in the package that I have. But I use these for my coloring books, and then I have some in like a spooky coloring book that I've done, but this is my first one in this one. And look at how cute! It's so cute with the little pizza place and everything. Ah! I just love this so much. The pinks and the blues together are just really cute to me, honestly. I don't know what it is about it. I wanted to do like all blue, but then I thought it was going to be like too much blue, and I didn't have like a super light blue except for the one I used like on the little flower container. So yeah, I just thought that was really fun, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So I'm going to start doing that now more when my hands start to hurt. I joined like a whole Facebook group and everything. That's like my thing I do when I get into something, is I join Facebook groups and I get a bunch of inspiration. Like, and then I was like, I want to make something very specific. Okay, now I could not find a good pattern that I liked enough for this, so I only found like 1 or 2 other patterns, and I was like, I just want to make one so it looks exactly how I want it to look like. But here, so far, this is the first draft, okay, of a little sprite, If you know Fortnite at all, if you have kids that play Fortnite, if you play Fortnite, any of that, or you even know what Fortnite is, you'd know who these cute little guys are. And I'll like put a little picture up here on the screen. They're so cute. They're so cute. And they just like hop around the map, and then you can like throw them down for like shields and health. And then the little white one is called like a wind sprite, and you can throw them down, and then you like redeploy up in the air with like your glider, and so you can like rotate around the map and stuff. It's a whole thing. I love to play Fortnite. I love to play it with my little siblings and my friends sometimes. It's just really enjoyable and something totally random to do, but I do like to game quite a bit. So that's like the one game all of me and my friends all kind of have, so we end up on that game a lot. But I wanted to make some of the little sprites, and I'm going to like glue down his mouth just a little bit so it's more of a smile like that, but I want to glue it into place. And then I want to move these increase rows down just a little bit more to make it look more like kind of teardrop shaped, because the increases should be like in the middle, because the top and the bottom should be like the same size across. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm gonna work on that for just a little bit, and then we'll see what else we can do today. But I'm typing it all up. Maybe I'll have another pattern test out for that soon. But I realized once I started working that my little stitch marker that I made, it's so cute. It's one of the shooting star ones. It's one of the little shooting star charms. I loved these charms so much, and I wanted to keep one of the all gold ones that I put in my shop, but I was like, you know what, I want to do something a little different. I really liked these teal beads and the gold together, so I was like, I'm gonna put these together and make these and use these. So that's what I decided to do. So I'm using my little stitch marker. You can check out the gold ones and the silver ones though in my Etsy store. They are linked down below with lots of pictures and stuff, so you can go check that out. So it's obviously the next day. We are comfy cozy. It's starting to warm up here in Illinois, luckily though, so it's t-shirt weather again, so hopefully I can start wearing my t-shirts again a little bit more. But I have my Java sock on my iced vanilla berry Red Bull. These are the winter edition ones. I think everybody was freaking out about these, but they are really good, and I've never had a Red Bull, but everybody was hyping them up, and I was like, oh, maybe I should try those. So I decided to try them, and here we are, and now I'm addicted. I decided to start a different project and different one of the patterns that I just got. So I decided to start with the Care Bears. I let my boyfriend pick which color I should start with, and he said the bright green one. So here we are. I really wanted to make these in Bernat. I could tell that they would be on the smaller side, but I wanted them a little bit bigger. Just because I knew that just by looking at it, it was going to take a little bit more work of like sewing and stuff, and I wanted to be able to charge it appropriately. But I could not find a color like this at all in Bernat in my collection anywhere. I think the closest color to this is the, what's it called, lemon lime or whatever, and it's like bright green. I had some of it at one point. I ran out of it, and then I got the sparkle version because I was like, oh, it's basically the same thing. It is not. And then I found out I hated the sparkle yarn. Anyways, so then I ended up getting the Premier Basic Chanel Brights, and they have a green called Kiwi, and it's like the perfect green color for this guy. So I'm going to finish these up really quickly. I have to sew on ears. I have to sew on the little nose and border the nose. I have to sew on the little tummy. I'm making the tummy patch right now because they all have a little design on their tummy, and this one has a little clover in like a dark green color. I am going to crochet that really quickly. We're going to sew things together, and then we should be done with at least one of the Care Bears. Again, this pattern is by Finnick_toys on Instagram, and I got it off of Etsy, but I found it like randomly while searching on Etsy for other character patterns and stuff, and I was like, oh, that is so cute, let me give it a try. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna make all of them like I originally thought. In my head, this is a simple body design, right? And I was thinking I would have to pre-make the arms, probably pre-make the nose, maybe have to sew on the ears and like the nose and like the two tummy pieces together. Well, you had to make the arms first, of course, and then you had to make both legs, and then you had to connect them, and then you made the body. And the body stops here, and then you make the head separately, and you sew them together stitch for stitch is what the pattern says. To me, it's not market prep friendly if I can't like, if I don't have to like not sew a bunch of these pieces on there, and you have to pay attention to this pattern since it's not very like magic ring style kind of thing. It's got a bunch of like random increases to like shape the body a little bit here and there, and the head both, so like you have to pay attention to what you're doing as well. So I liked the pattern. It's turning out very cute, but I just wish it was a little bit more like marker prep friendly. But again, it wasn't advertised like that at all or anything like that. It makes me want to like take notes and re-mod the pattern just for myself, so when I make the other colors I could just make this whole body in one piece instead of sewing on the head later. We'll see if I end up doing that or not, but I do have to sew on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 6 pieces. It is what it is. We're gonna wrap this up really quickly and then we'll probably just hang out the rest of the afternoon because I'm a little bit tired. Oh, this clover is gonna be a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, I guess. I just read it wrong the first time and you do it all in a magic ring, which makes a lot of sense because I was like, how am I supposed to connect all of these? Seriously. And now we have our little clover as well. Okay, I'm going to start sewing on the tummy. This is gonna take the longest probably. It doesn't say to sew the tummy on, it just says sew the tummy decorations, but the tummy decorations are on the tummy. Like, I just feel like things are out of order on this pattern. Maybe I'm just like not in a good mood or something, but like everything feels really out of place on this pattern. Like, it makes sense, but at the same time I'm looking at it and I'm like, we could have changed that, we could have changed that, we could have changed that. Okay, and the belly is now on. Okay, that's really cute though. That's really cute. It kind of looks like a turtle right now, but it's really cute. This says to, like, talking about the face shaping. I really want to put this little muzzle on first though. Okay, the nose, the muzzle part is on. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of green and sew on a little nose. Okay, nose part is done. You know, I rarely like show this part, especially like in regular motion. Sometimes it's in like fast motion or whatever, like time lapse or something. You can kind of see it if you're paying attention, but I rarely show me like tying off my ends and everything and like hiding them in the body and how I do that kind of stuff. I just feel like people always judge other people for how they do it, and I don't want to be judged for how I cut off my ends and tuck them in. If I have like a really short tail, like for the tummy, right? I sewed around the edges. And then I stuck it like out a random stitch and back through that same stitch, and like through the front and the back and the front and the back like a couple times, like through the body, and then I pulled it out the back and there was like this much of the tail left, so I cut it really short and then I just tucked in those little ends inside of it with it woven into like the plush yarn itself inside. It's totally fine. I also tied it off like where it ended and all that jazz, but for like the nose there, like I sewed it on and I pulled the yarn tail out to the edge. I knew I was going to be tying on a new yarn for the nose, so I just went in through that same stitch. I did the nose really quickly, out through the same stitch, and then I tied all 3 of those ends together, the white one, and then the start and the end of the nose was yarn. Gosh, I cannot talk today. Anyways, tied them all together, tied them off, cut them, yada yada, tucked in the yarn tails. So I just need to sew on these ears really quickly. I'm also pretty sure that I did these ears differently than she did. I think she did hers like in a magic ring, and I was like, I'm gonna do them in a line. Well, I did them in a magic ring, but I chained one and I turned at the end of each one, so like the ears would be a little bit more eerie than just like a spiral on its head. So I feel like you can tell what it is. Oh yeah, I like that a lot more than what the pattern has currently. I'm gonna do this on all of the others. I'll show you like what it's supposed to look like and then what I actually ended up doing for the ears as well. And then like I said earlier, I think I'm definitely gonna have to mod this pattern in order to do another one in an efficient way at least. But again, I mean no hate to the pattern creator. Like, it is such a cute pattern and I would have never thought about Care Bears unless I saw this pattern. There's just a couple things I can change to make it more market prep friendly for me, and so that's what I'm gonna do. I used to sew absolutely everything like just by eyeballing it and then full sending it, but ever since I got those Amy sticks I haven't had a lot of problems. So I'm like, maybe I should have been doing that the entire time. Which, I mean, obviously I still eyeball stuff. I just eyeballed where these eyeballs go and or these ears go and stuff like that. And again, the little details where I don't have to get the Amy sticks out are really nice. Look how cute! Okay, I'm really glad I did the ears like that. I think the ears like this are so freaking cute. And it gives it a little bit more dimension too. Because the other ones, again, were like in the round down with this same pattern, essentially. But instead of pulling the magic ring tight, I just went around it like half of one side and then tightened it and then chained one and then like turned and kept going back over the half circle so they came out like more half circle-y. I love how they turned out. It is time to sew on some details. I'm gonna sew on some details. Okay, so on the pattern itself, all of the details are done in black. In the cartoon, are they black though? Like, are the lines black and everything? Or are they like a darker color of their bodies already, where I could use like a dark green right now to put on the details? They are a darker color. The outlines of the Care Bears themselves are just a darker color of what their actual color is, it looks like. Let me try it in green. Worst case scenario, I don't tie it off and I can just move on. But this green matches perfectly and it just excites me. Okay, now I'm done. Okay, now we have a little bit of face shaping too. I don't know if you can really tell that much, but he's pretty adorable. I think his eyes are bigger than what was suggested, but I always personally go with bigger eyes. My mom's like, the bigger eyes sell better. I'm like, no way. And then I was only using small eyes and she was using big ones and she was selling more stuff than me. So I was like, you're right, I'm switching to the big eyes. So I usually use bigger eyes on my plushies, but for this one it would make sense if I downsized just one more size and moved them in a little bit closer, maybe. Anyways, we have a Care Bear. I think that's gonna be it for me for today though. I have gotten a lot done, but I think I need to edit, so I'm gonna throw this video together real quick and get it out for you guys. If you have any questions about any of the patterns that I talked about in this video, please let me know. If you have any ideas of what kind of Pokemon I should make or what other kinds of characters I should make as well, please let me know. I will be here, and if you need anything, you know where I am, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!